Good evening, everyone. Welcome to game week 28, double game week 28, 28A. And you've got me, Martin, today, and we've also got Bano. How are you doing, Bano?
I'm good. Are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Getting back in the swing of life after slacking off a bit for the last few weeks. But that does mean that I get to be back on the stream, so that's all good.
Nice.
Back just in time for the heat wave. So I'm hoping tonight, after last week, we're going to get all the good goals going tonight. Because last week, I don't know how you felt. I was following it from afar last week. It seemed like on Thursday I was like, Christ, I'm glad I'm not on stream tonight. And then on Friday, it was really, really good. But
it was really hard to know how well you were doing. I ended up 121 points, and it was not great really compared to the people around me. So, and I didn't watch it either on Thursday. I was busy. So yeah, it was quite difficult, wasn't it? And obviously, I talked up Court as a vice captain along with Shearer, and a bit of a damp squib really. So
yeah, I was terrified of Court last week. I just was praying one chop could match him, and he did, but that didn't mean a great deal. But yeah, I think free hitters last week, you couldn't really go wrong, could you? I think everybody did pretty well last week. But yeah, this week, another double game week. I think there's less free hits this week and probably more performance enhancement because we've got like more of the bigger teams doubling this week. We're both on performance enhancement, right?
Yeah, that's right. I think it'll be interesting this week. There's a lot more variance. I mean, just looking at our teams when they come up, our teams are very different, aren't they? And I think last week, a lot of similarities in terms of the choice picks. Like everyone was on Shearer cap. I think it'll be quite mixed tonight. I think it's a bit more exciting really this week. There might be a lot more variance going on.
Yeah, definitely. We've got very different teams. But in terms of the lineups, I guess we should have a look through those. Oh, let's say hello to the chat first. I think that's always good to do. So in the chat, early doors in the chat, always good to see. Tom's FPL. Good evening, Tom's. Fantasy Connection. Good evening, mate. Good evening, sirs. Nahal's in the chat. Let's go. Nahal's excited. Wavy. Wavy is my luck starting to turn. But yeah, maybe. I guess he's happy with the lineups. If his luck's starting to turn. Zola on the cover is scaring me now. From Nahal. Okay. Moyd in the chat. Holler. Good evening. Ryan Nurse. Robin Wells. Who we got? Captains in chat. Jack Broken Show. Good evening, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
And David H. David Gills in the chat. Hello, David Gills. And Andrew Sherritt. Nice. Good evening. Right, so let's have a look at we've done the chat. Let's have a look at the lineups. So what have we got?
I've got the first one. I've got Bolton up anyway. Bolton versus Leicester. So we've got Ricketts and Hansen up front. So Ramberg is on the bench, so that's quite interesting. Is he part injured or has he just been dropped?
He's a bit shit, isn't he? Maybe he's been dropped.
Yeah. Pedersen is AMC with an attacking arrow. Gardner's playing, Southall's playing. Back three looks pretty much as you would expect, and Davis and Carrick in the middle.
Yeah. Gardner's little sabbatical. We obviously had a falling out with the manager, but he's obviously back in favour. So yeah, interesting.
He's back. So we've got Leicester with Scowcroft as a drop forward alongside Benjamin. Pretty much as you would expect. We've got that David Sherman on the right. Has he been playing recently? You've got Delaney on the left back, Elliott, Heath, and Rowett at right back. Savage and Eady, as you would expect, and Bridge Wilkinson in the middle.
So yeah, McAnuff's unavailable, isn't he, tonight? So that's why we've got Sherman, I think.
Right. Okay. Chelsea, we got Shoskovsky in goal. We've got Gallus at left back. Okay, and apparently he's quite low condition, isn't he? And is that right?
Yeah, I think you might be right on that. Yeah. But still no John Terry.
No.
So there was no reason for that, right? He's just a little bit of rep, I guess. We've got the Fumaralo in midfield as well. So I guess it's just, and Leon Knight up front. Is it just a little bit of rep?
Yeah, potentially is, isn't it? We've got Desai and Melchiot making up the back four. And like you say, you've got Zola coming in from the right into the central AMC position, Zenden. And yeah, this Fumarola. Has he been priced up yet, this Fumarola?
I don't recognise him at all, but they've got like Dalabona can play there, Nicky Butt can play there, Petit can play there, so it's a bit
Pretty
of
sure he scored last week, didn't he?
Oh, did it? Oh, to be fair, I didn't see the stream live, so maybe
you were living it up in Paris, weren't you? Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got Leon Knight and Good Johnson up front. Okay, next one. We got Everton playing that Berserko 5-3-2 formation with Naismith given license to just go AWOL on the left. Other than that, it's a flat back five. And then Dimitri Gravison and McAteer all rushing into the DCM role. Titov dropped forward and Christie up front. I was really disappointed last week because I had Christie as my vice captain for the majority of the time since I activated my underhaul. And then all that talk of court and the simming that I did, I just ended up, I didn't even have Christie in the end, I don't think. I had Phillips in his place instead, so that was disappointing.
Yeah, I think you're unlucky. I think court was the right call, but it's that maybe 5-10% chance that Newcastle go and lose 1-0 at home in the first game. It can happen. Doesn't mean it was the wrong call, but yeah, bit frustrating. I understand.
Yeah, I've got the Leeds one up. So Leeds are at home to Blackburn. We have Singh playing at left wing back, Kelly right wing back, Aymar and Bowie in the centre, Kuhl, AMC, Keane and Viduka up front. So that's no Larson, which is a ball breaker for me because I've got him in my team. I'm sure lots of people have. Maybe some people have even vice captain or captained him. But he's on the bench, so we'll see. Maybe he'll play tomorrow. That's Leeds. Blackburn. So this is our first run out, isn't it, with the new manager? Is that right?
First home game, yeah. Or are they away? Are they home or no?
They're away.
No, it is the first. No, it is the first. It is the first game. It's because I simmed them a week ago. I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it is the first game for Blackburn. Yeah.
Okay. So still no position for Crouch up front. So it's Janssen and Bent up front. Duff Solano, O'Brien, Tugai are the centres. The other two are the wingers. Betton and goal. Soma left back, Crouch and Weatherall centre backs, and Curtis right back.
Yeah, that's Neil Crouch ahead of Henningberg is quite interesting. I don't think left back is Sommer's best position either. So yeah, that looks weak to me. So yeah, interesting. I really fancy Leeds for a big win tonight. They've been underwhelming in games like this, haven't they, recently? But maybe tonight they're going to finally dish out a stuffing.
Yeah, and you're on Viduka cap, is that right?
I'm on Viduka captain. Yeah, I've got Bowyer as well. And I've got Ian Hart in my starting lineup, but I kind of expected Singh to start this one with obviously the double up arrow, just hoping that Ian Hart maybe plays against Sunderland in the next game.
Yeah, I think that's the big tussle between us tonight. Really, we've both got Bowyer. You've got Hart, but he's on the bench, isn't he? Or did he make the bench? Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then you've got Viduka cap, and I haven't got Larson playing, so obviously that's massive. For us, but on to Man United. So as you can see, I've got Veron cap and he starts. So we've got pretty much full strength as you would expect a Man United team. No arrows for Veron though. Nedved, Chadwick on the wings, Van Nistelooy and York up front. So report
no gigs on the bench. But when I first looked at it, I thought that's good for Nedved owners. But I suppose Jordic is there instead. So yeah, but. Yeah, no gigs on the bench, but yeah, otherwise it's first choice really, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you've got a matchup 4-4-2, including arrows for the wingers, but probably very defensive tonight. We've got Finnan again on the right wing. I mean, that's anyone yet to play wild cards, or I'm sure lots of people who have played wild cards has probably been one of the first picks in there. Looks pretty full strength. They've got Clark at centre back and Zvard at right back. So has Zvard played much at all?
No, I don't think so.
No, so that must be out of injury maybe. And they've got Tikhonov on the left wing. As I said, Finnan on the right wing, Perez and Paul in the centre, and Bergkamp and Henry as traditional centre forward.
Yeah,
so they'll
classic.
drop forward. And that's the end of that tweet. Moving on, so we've got Norwich versus Newcastle. Who cares, really? We've got Nolan playing, I suppose. March and Notman playing up front. But yeah, that's them. People will still have Newcastle United players, I guess. If they didn't play Underhall last week, and based on some of the sim data that we've seen from Makoko and from yourself, I think a lot of people would have held on to Newcastle assets this week anyway.
Yeah, they were doing well at the attacking end of the pitch, but nobody holds their defenders anyway, do they? But I think this could be quite a high scoring game because you've got a big mismatch in formation, which always helps for a high scoring game. That centre back pairing for Newcastle is a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
But going forward, they're really good. So yeah, that could be. I really think that could be any score.
Yeah. So you've got Seth Johnson on the left, and then you've got the protagonists from last week, Hughes, Shearer, Court, Dyer, all playing. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of people on them tonight. So anyone who didn't play Underhall, I suppose that's their little in this week, because perhaps a lot of people that did probably didn't hold any Newcastle prior to that. So this is why there's going to be such variance this week based on the amount of chips that people have either played this week, last week, or recently with the blank and stuff. Tottenham versus Villa looks pretty much full strength. They've got that Fugelstad again on the left. Langley, Dave. I've got Davis in my team centre mid, so I'm hoping for something from
I like that
next week, this week. And then Rebrov and Everson up front. So that looks pretty full strength. Villa, you've got my man Dion Dublin up front, the Sterling animal, alongside Angel. Everything else looks pretty full strength. They're going 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Thompson, Ian Taylor's playing in centre mid, Boateng and Amu. So yeah, that's quite strange. Has there been injuries for Hadji? Is Hadji?
Yeah, Hadji's out. Yeah, Hadji's out. Yeah.
And I'm assuming that Hendry is as well then.
Not sure about him. Oh yes, he was. Yeah, he was a new injury this week. He was. Okay. Yeah.
Brilliant. So that's why they're not playing.
Yeah, I had a strange amount of Chris Perry man of the matches in my Sims this week against Dion Dublin. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay, Watford versus Bradford. So this could be an interesting game this week, couldn't it? There won't be many people on Watford, I suppose. Maybe some people have gone in for some single game week action with Petkov or something like that, or not gifting Noel Williams. But you've got Estica as the sweeper. I've not seen that before. It's normally the what's his face, Williams, isn't it? So I don't know if he's been playing recently or whether that's a new addition in terms of selection. Vega and Gregan at the back. Vega is how old's Vega now? He must be like
he's old. He's
45,
another
something like that.
He's the proper Gallia replacement, and he's old.
And they've got Harrison and Tessem as wing backs, Petkov, Glass, Richard Johnson, and then Smith and Noel Williams up front. Bradford, we've got 4-4-2, pretty much as you would expect, I think. So Hoekstra, Leonardo on the wings, Jess and Ward up front. And that's Mika Hyde in the centre, Gunnarsson, Plummer, Holt, and Locke at the back. Yeah. Coventry. Go on, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say I know a few people that have backed Watford this week. So even though I'm not on them, I kind of hope it goes well because I think it's the right thing to do at home to Bradford. So yeah, it's one of those where even though I'm not on it, I hope that the people that had the balls to pick the single game week players in a good fixture get their reward.
Yeah. Okay, so on to Coventry. We've got Bothroyd, Hughes up front. I suppose that's the most telling thing that most people have. Bray is in goal for them. Is that Hedman? It's Hedman's normally. Is he still out or something? Or
I'm not aware of Hedman being out actually.
It looks like he must be. He's not on the bench, so he's Bray in goal. So that's that. Manchester City looks full strength to me. Pretty much the full strength to 4-4-2 formation. Chateau is playing again left wing, right flick Crawford Spencer across the middle. One shot at Huckabee. there'll be some people on McNamara. I think you've got some City players, haven't you?
I've got McNamara and Wright. Yeah.
Yeah. Howie, Hurtado and Makin, and Oaks in goal. So that's that one. And then finally, we have Liverpool.
Heedman's suspended, Benno.
Okay, thank you. See, I haven't watched the stream this week, can't you?
Yeah.
But we've got Liverpool versus Middlesbrough. So we've got Kirkland in goal, Vignal, Hippier, Biscan, and Carragher across the back. Partridge, Smeetser, Gerrard, and Barnby across the middle. And Fowler and Owen up front. So it looks pretty strong, first 11. Selakovic dropped forward with Rickard up front. Gronkiar, Miller, Johnson, Zepeda in the middle. Fester, Hencho, Southgate, Atherton, and Crossley in the goal. So pretty much two full-strength teams up against each other there.
Not expecting many goals in that one.
No, me neither. 1-0 Liverpool. We'll come to what we reckon in a bit. Sunderland looks pretty full strength to me. So we've got Poom in goal, Gray, Tome, Issa, Lawson in the back, Arca, Cahill, McCann, Sibon coming in from the right into AMC position, and Libra and Phillips up front. Now we both have Libra, don't we?
Yeah, both got Libra. I've got Arca as well.
Yeah. So that's something we do have in common. There'll be lots of people on Phillips this week, maybe Phillips captains as well. So I think there's a broad range of caps this week, I think, which is quite exciting.
I absolutely love Phillips in a double. I had him in my free hit last week, even though it was 2 away games. I was like, there's just no chance I'm not picking Phillips in a double game week free hit. But this week, when it rolled back to my normal team, I've already got Viduka and Van Nistelooy. That's the only reason I haven't got him. I'd love to have him, but you just can't have all three.
So Phillips, I suppose Christie was the opportunity cost for me owning Phillips last week, because I also had him quite late in the day in my underhaul. But yeah, he was great, wasn't he? I think he could be a massive captain this week as well. So I'm a bit worried about Phillips, hoping Libra can get 2/3 of his points and settle for that. I think that would probably be all right if that happened, I reckon. Okay, so Ipswich, we have that kind of, what would you say it is? Is that a back six? It's like a 3-3-2-2 formation, so 3 centre backs.
Yeah, it's certainly a back 5, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 wing backs and a DCM, and then 2 normal centre midfielders, and then Stewart and Doherty up front again. So Ryderson, Brown, Breen across the back, Craney, Prutt, and Tarico across that DM position. Holland and Bakker in the centre, and Stewart and Doherty up front.
So Lundberg's moved from Arsenal to Ipswich and sits on Ipswich's bench instead of Arsenal's bench.
Yeah, quite right. He's on the bench. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? So that's pretty much your lineups. We've got AFCON quarterfinals as well. Are you still in that in the AFCON competition that Richie set up?
No, we were Nigeria, so they went out last week, I think.
Yeah, and did you get knocked out in the actual?
Yeah, straight away. Straight away. Don't worry about that.
We were in the group of death. It was me and Heskibo got knocked out alongside Luke and the top two players in the actual game. So we were some serious giant killing going on in that group.
Yeah,
but yeah, we're on Algeria, so it might be the only thing that we win this this time around.
Yeah, been terrible in the cups this time. Went straight out of the Mark Libra Cup as well, I believe. So yeah, not good. Right, okay. So that's the lineups. Let's get back in the chat in a minute. See what we got going on, apart from people educating us on people that are out for whatever reason. Nihal's got Keane vice captain, like that. That's a solid pick. Anyone that asked me for advice this week, I kind of said, if you're on free hit or bring a Leeds player in, Keane would be the one I'd go for, because he can play. If he doesn't play AMC, then he could play up front instead. So I'm glad that's come off.
Yeah, someone's saying Henneman's suspended for 4 match. We've got some people saying, who's this smooth criminal? Well, I actually had a haircut today and a shave, because it was Wannerid said he said he needs a wash or something like that. So You got me all self-conscious, so I ended up having a shave and a haircut today. So that's why I'm looking all smooth.
Nice. Yeah, David Finnan keeps starting. Yeah, he does. He's an absolute bargain with 4.5.
Yeah.
I haven't got a wild card, but if I had one, he'd be straight in. Andrew Sherritt's buzzing that Kuhl is AMC. Almost sold him to get Veron. Yeah, Veron did well for me in Sims this week. I kind of wish I had him instead of Van Nistelooy, but we'll see how that goes. Thor says, remind me again which teams have a double game week. So the double game week, it's Leeds, Sunderland, or let's get it the right way around. So Sunderland Leeds is tomorrow, isn't it? We've got Man United, Man City tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Chelsea versus Tottenham tomorrow.
Yeah. That's it. So thinking on this week then, so what we're looking at. So in your team, you've got a Viduka cap. Who's your vice?
Van Nistelrooy.
Wow. Okay. So you've got some pretty top guns there on your side this week.
Yeah, I've actually planned this properly for once, so that I had my free hit last week, and then this week's team, looks good. I did take a -8 to be fair, but for a -8, it looks almost like a free hit team, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I've kind of got all the Aldi picks in those positions this week. I've got Larson, who isn't playing, instead of Viduka. I've got York instead of Van Nistelrooy. And I've got Lieber instead of Phillips. So it could go terribly wrong. Or on the upside, it could go terribly amazing for me if, those reserve type players all come good over the top of the decent ones. But I've gone Veron cap, and I ummed and ahed about my vice captain this week. It was on York for a bit. But I just didn't fancy putting him on both players from Man United, just in case we had a bit of a, like for instance tonight, a 0-0 or a 1-0 United, which could easily happen. So
yeah, definitely
spread the idea that Desai is probably on a good day he'll get clean sheet 2 bonus, and then 2 bonus in another game, might end up on 12 points, something like that over the 2 games, which would be okay.
Yeah, definitely. I think you probably did the right thing. Like you say, Man United Arsenal has got the potential to be tight. And then, Desai, it wouldn't surprise me if he gets 2 clean sheets, really. Everton let us down a little bit last week for the 2 clean sheets, although they did very well for bonus and assists. But yeah, obviously Chelsea are a bit better than Everton, and they look a possibility for 2 clean sheets as well. So I can understand why you've gone Desai, definitely.
Yeah, and also they're pretty much he's a bit of a bonus magnet, isn't he? Often when he gets an 8, you'll often get bonus, where you can't say that about some of the other centre backs from some of the other teams. Perhaps it's more difficult for perhaps a Man United player to pick up bonus with an 8. It's kind of how it works, really, I suppose. They tend to mop up that bonus. So I think we should do some first goal scorers, shouldn't we? Or we should go through what we think the scores are going to be.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go. Let's do our predictions, and let's have some first goal scorers in the chat.
Yeah. So let's do that. So we'll get the fixtures back up from captain. Here we go. Bolton Leicester. So what do you reckon?
Bolton Leicester. This could be anything. I really think this could be anything. I'll say 3-1 Bolton though.
Okay, I was going to go 2-0.
Chelsea Everton. I think this will be fairly routine. I'll go 2-0 Chelsea.
I'll go 3-0 to Chelsea. Desai with a brace.
Okay, Coventry Man City. I say 2-1 City for that.
Yeah, I fancy an away win as well. I'm going 1-0 City.
No, okay. Leeds Blackburn. I say Leeds. I really do feel like Leeds owe us a big score. And looking at that Blackburn back 4, it wouldn't surprise me if it's tonight. So I'm going to be bold and say 5-0 to Leeds.
Ooh. Well, I'll go 2-0 on the premise that it's 0-0 after about 60 minutes, and the whole of try someone for Larson, and he gets a brace. So I think it'd probably be more than that, but I'm going to go 2-0 Leeds.
Okay, Liverpool, Middlesbrough. I really don't expect a lot from this game. Like 1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, say 1-0 Liverpool.
Man United, Arsenal. Again, this could be tight due to Arsenal's tactic. But Man United are just so good that you can't rule anything out. But I'll just go 2-0 Man United, I think.
Yeah, I've seen some batterings that from in this game, actually. I did some simming earlier on today, just a few bits and bobs to see if I was going to have York as my vice. And as you can imagine, Ruud and Varane did pretty well in this game as well as the fixture tomorrow. So I'm going to go. And Man United haven't really put in a big performance in a while. They haven't battered a decent team or battered anyone, really. I'm going to go 4-0 Man United. Let's have it.
Yeah, you've got your thought process with Man United is the same as mine with Leeds. I think they just owe us a big result. Norwich Newcastle. So yeah, this looked quite a fun game in my sims. So I'll say like 3-2 Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a home win here. I'm going to think Newcastle are going to do what they do sometimes and let you down. I'm going to go 2-1 Norwich.
To Norwich, okay. Sunderland, Ipswich. Yeah, this is a tricky one again. Ipswich have got it in their locker to get battered, haven't they? This season. So you can't rule out Phillips and Arca. I'm hoping for a big night from Arca, so I'll say 3-1 Sunderland.
Okay, very good. I'll go 2-1 Sunderland.
Okay, cool. Tottenham Villa. Tottenham were just edging this for me in Sims, 4-4-2 against 4-4-2. So normally the home team comes out on top in that scenario. So I'd say like 2-1 Tottenham.
Yeah, I would go for a Villa away win, but that midfield, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look optimal, does it, without Hendry and Hadji? But I'm backing Dublin to do so. I'm going to go 2-2 in this game.
2-2, yeah, I could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
And Watford versus Bradford. So Watford looked really good for me this week. So I'm going to say 3-0 Watford.
Nice. I'm going to go for a away win, 2-1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we've got some goal scorers. Noel Williams, 7 minutes. Varane, first goal. So hopefully, yeah, I hope so as well. Lee Hughes, 2 minutes. Phillips, 3rd minute. Ian Jess, 4 minutes. Balder Bet, 3 minutes. And is eager to score first goal if he's playing. Hoekstra, Marchant in the 5th minute. And that is what I've got. Bowyer, 7th minute. I'll take that.
But yeah, 100%.
It is. It's Fowler. First goal. Oof.
What's this?
Okay.
Man United attack. Yeah, Man United attack Arsenal extremely cagey. That's what we expect.
Let's see what people have got in terms of captains. I'm not sure we're going to have the captains' stats in the on stream. So give us a shout out here. You got cap and vice cap as well. That'd be great. Because I've got a suspicion it's quite mixed this week. There'll be some people that have got Ruud in specifically for it. People will be on Varane like myself, Phillips, Viduka. Maybe someone's gone a bit differential with York or something like that. So, or perhaps even if the still on Shearer, they might have gone Shearer. Let us know.
Well, we got attack versus attack in Watford, Bradford. It looks like. So that's could be exciting.
Ruud captain, Desse vice captain. Yeah, I'm on that. Varane cap, KP vice cap. Ruud and Phillips, Viduka Silvestre, Viduka Varane. Nice. Varane and Phillips, Varane and KP. Yes, that's 2 for that one. Ruud and Keane, Ruud and Phillips, Phillips and Viduka, Viduka and Phillips. There's a real mix of some of the contenders, like there's 5 or 6 names, but there's a bit of a mix in terms of who they've gone for. Yeah. Phillips cap, Kelly vice cap. That could be interesting. Here we go. Carl Court. Oh no, he's not going to troll us this week, is he?
Ooh, sticks it wide.
Someone's got triple captain on Ruud van Nistelooy and Phillips. Like it. That could be.
Yeah, that's big. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I think triple captain will potentially outscore any performance enhancement that people have got. If they go off. Yeah, Yeah, that's right, Smith. So many different variables going on. Should be a fun week. Let's hope so. Veron Cap, Viduka Vice Cap. That's what I would love to be on this week. I think if I had Viduka, then that's what I always prefer Viduka to Larson. It's just the way that I had to set up my team prior to playing my chips. I had to have Larson just for funding, and I was able to play him for this week, and he hasn't even started. So I'm not happy to be sitting on Larson. I just far prefer to have Viduka, but yeah, that looks good. Here we go. Come on.
Here come United. Here's your boy York. Oh, here it comes. Ooh, clip the bar.
Okay. Obviously, I still think York, on balance, just having him as a differential. But obviously, he was my vice cap for a long part of today. Even that, if he scored a hat trick, I think I'd be a bit gutted in some way.
That's Edith's save point.
Here we go. Oof.
Another save.
Nice. Pep sort of soul caught this game. It's only 3 minutes in.
Missed a chance in the first minute. I don't know how few that is.
Yeah.
Oh, Fernando in the book.
I can't get enough of this stuff, by the way. The Club Tropica.
Yeah, you love that,
It's
don't you? You've always got that one.
Fit as. It's really nice. So if you've never had it before, get on that. It's like bongo juice from back in the day.
Blackburn on the attack. Leeds counter? No, it's gone. I haven't been over to Cardiff for a while, but they've got an actual tiny rebel pub in Cardiff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, Terry Awol, did I miss something there? I just don't know what's gone on there. Is he something happened in terms of his unhappiness or something like that? Or
I
have
don't know.
no idea. It's a bit of a mystery, really. It does happen though in some sim to sim. Oof. You will just get the random players who you would think would be nailed, particularly in our sim, that just all of a sudden don't play, or something happens and that's it. There's obviously some metric in the AI that we just don't really know how it works. The Tiny Rebel tap room in Newport is a beast. Get there for some of the rugby, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why they've got the pub in Cardiff, because that's just down the road.
Yeah. Everson was like my season one. Oh, here we go. Everson was like my kind of a bit of a darling in season one. When I did a lot of the kind of season bulk sim, and Everson was pretty decent. I think we've been a bit unlucky with him, I think, in the lifespan of this game. Here we go. Go on, Desai.
Here's your boy Desai. He's going to score, is he? Oh.
That would have been quality. I think a lot of people have probably got Desai, but there won't be many on there. On Vice Cap. Here we go. Yeah. Terry probably sleeping one of the players' wives, yeah.
Imagine so.
Perry man of the match confirmed, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, injury. Angel's gone.
Go.
It's going to be Balaban yet.
Balaban. So it's amazing, really, that Dublin's lasted this long. I think a lot of people were expecting that even if Dublin had started as favourite, you might have dropped up by this point.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Dublin's definitely normally dead by now. So it's just one of the quirks of this sim for sure.
Yeah, he's normally dropped down a division or something like that, at least. Like even last season, you see him get signed up from, I don't know, Chef Wednesday or something like that. You see him at. Ooh. Hendry, Haji and Angal injured. Yeah, putting putting their Champions League run in jeopardy, isn't it? Those injuries for Aston Villa.
Hmm.
We've got a particularly good Aston Villa in this game, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think in the predicted league table I did in just before the season started, I think I had them 5th or 6th. So I did expect them to do well. They got a good team for sure. People talking about Westbury on Trim in the chat. I know Westbury on Trim. Cobbler, I didn't realise you were local. Come Leicester. So I think it could be anything this game, but that goes wide.
Villa European hopes in tatters. Well, they're still 4th. I mean, I just missed that. I just missed how many points they had there when it ticked over. But I mean, sometimes you don't take heed of the league table because we're all about players and points, aren't we? But looking at Tottenham there in 19th and Bolton in 17th. Think about what Bolton were like in the second season.
Yeah.
And they were like, I did a lot of bulk simming, and Bolton were top 8 always in all the sims that I ran, season-long sim, and we put it out there quite early. Bolton will improve, Bolton will be decent, and they did, and they were all right. I think this season, I think I'd said someone like Ipswich might be that team, but I'm not quite sure if that's bearing through.
Yeah, they have potential, but they're a hit and miss Ipswich with their strange formations, and you don't know.
Yeah, also they've made quite a few signings, haven't they, as well?
Yeah,
kind of queers the pitch a little bit because obviously if you're doing the bulk long season stuff, that
you don't know who's going to play where.
Yeah,
like exactly. Some seasons they just played like Stewart and Armstrong up front every week, and that's the best thing they can do.
Yeah,
but in our sim they don't really do that. So. No.
Well, 10 minutes in, no goals. Despite all the hype. But no, it's shaping up. It's going to be a good week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Even if, by tomorrow as well. I think Man United, Man City could be interesting. Could be a lot of points for Man United player owners.
Oh, cool. Another chance over the bar. I did ask the guys nicely to try and make sure that all the best goals of the double game week actually go in on the stream this week, but whether they've been able to sort that out.
Oh,
there's a goal. Bradford. Ward with the opener at Brickage Road.
There you go.
The 19-year-old.
Well, that's a popular first goal for the evening, isn't it?
Yeah, no one's. Yeah. I'd say I'd look on the bright side if you've got Watford attack. They're not going to go defensive anytime soon.
True. Yeah, true. Here we go. Come on.
Into Ruud.
No,
into Ruud.
Give it to York. Give it to
Ruud. Into Ruud.
Square it back to Veron.
Give it to Ruud. Give it to Ruud. Give it to Ruud.
Oh, God, no.
He's just going to score himself. Definitely a purple patch. Definitely a purple patch.
Yeah, I mean, he's been flying, hasn't he?
I don't know who gave him the ball there. That could be anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, it was York.
First return of the evening for Alimony Dwight. Come on. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take that because there'll be so many people with. Here we go, Chris Perry.
Oh, there you go. I told you what he's going to do well. Keeper looking big today.
Yeah, I mean that's great for those that have had to go York over Ruud. So far, we're only 12 minutes in. But here we go. This will be popular. But you always feel like, just like in any fantasy football game, real or otherwise, that if your player point dodges and it's like 3-0, you just don't expect that they're going to get any points, do you? Because they've missed out on how many more goals are they going to score.
Yeah.
So this is the thing tonight that, if Man United score another 2 and Ruud hasn't been involved, then, you start to get the fear, don't you, as owners and things like that.
Definitely. That's what I always shout. Stop using up my goals.
Yeah. Yeah, but Nedved's been on fire. 9 million, yeah?
Yeah, he's been
right?
Brilliant. He's been great. Yeah. Here come Everton. Not what anybody wants, I don't think.
Fuck off.
God, that's Rob Naismith.
Here we
go.
go.
Desai's
run up the pitch.
Oh, go on, put that in. Oh, I thought I was going to get an assist there. Chelsea looking dangerous. So he just nearly conceded, but
yeah.
Okay. James O'Mahony took a -20 to get 10 double game weeks out.
Yeah, so. I mean, it depends how many he had before that,
Yeah.
If he had 5 and he did it, then yeah, fair enough. That's 10. Well, it's actually 5 fixtures, isn't it, for 20 points? I mean, depends who those players are. If they're gun players that they're all captain shouts and things like that, then maybe,
It's all the big teams as well, isn't it? So
yeah, I mean, if he didn't have Viduka, Ruud, Varane, he didn't have any of those players, and it was a bit of a hangover from last week, then why not? Because you're banking on someone hitting a hat trick or something, and you're still in the black, aren't you?
Atherton clears.
That's kind of my mentality all over in this game. Other people were a bit more kind of cautious, but
yeah,
I think I'm happy to take hits based on data and things like that.
Yeah. James Street in the chat is asking, with United so far in front, will they start basically resting their strongest 11? So that can happen once you start getting near the end of the season. If the league is won, and I mean literally it's won, like the game won't consider if they're just far in front. It needs to be actually won. But once it is won, if they're still in other competitions like Champions League or FA Cup, Philip scores. Oh, fuck's sake. The one player that I wanted that I don't have.
Yeah. We're finding some things in common here. So, yeah, Phillips owners will be laughing there.
Yeah. Gavin McCann.
I think Luke has probably got Phillips in, maybe even captain him. He was talking him up in Discord. But, yeah, that'll be a big goal.
Are they going to come again? I see it switch straight back on the counter. Just over. Yes, so I cut a little bit short. Yeah, but yeah, James, if the league is actually won, they've actually got the champions next to them. If they're still in the Champions League and the FA Cup, then yes, there is an increased chance that they rotate their whole team, definitely.
Yeah. It's almost like he takes priority. So all the competitions have got a reputation level. And obviously, once our competition's won, the AI just thinks, right, well, he steps onto whatever's the next reputation level. So, Champions League trumps the league anyway. But, they might start playing a stronger team in the FA Cup, for instance, and just let the league, first 11 drop away and just play some reserve players. Which is why I think that this chip season is now, really. I think...
yeah, that's the thing. Like quite often you'll get a treble game week at the end for one of the big teams. But if they've already won the league, then the chances of them playing their first 11 for all 3 games will be quite slim, I think.
But aren't Leeds still in the running for a triple game week at some point, maybe? Are they still in the Champions League and things like that?
Yeah, they look better to progress than Man United at the moment, don't they?
They're
out.
Yeah.
They're out of the League Cup, though, aren't they, Leeds?
Right. So the possibility of having a treble is quite reduced. Yeah. I mean, there may well be another double towards the end from some teams that might have been doing well in cups and things like that. But I think, personally, I think around now, the last few weeks has been chip season, really, I think. We'll see.
So that's also where there's no wrapping away games goes out the window, doesn't it? When the league's won, they can even do it away. Oh, could that be a penalty? Penalty to
here we go.
Liverpool. Like you've been maced. Goal, Hippier.
I wonder how many penalties that is now for Hippie. I mean, he was such a nail pick last season.
It's a good few.
Yeah.
It's a good few now. Southgate in the book.
Put in the chat if you know how many goals how many pens he's had for Hippier this season. I think he's had at least 2 that I know of, including that one.
Right, so one shot. Puts it wide.
So clearly Phillips very popular. York's pretty popular as well.
Yeah, could do with something now. Hippier will be in non-free hit teams for sure.
Yeah. Glasgow's got Sammy. Fair play. That's 5 out of 5 pens for Hippier this season. Yeah.
So he had a dodgy start, didn't he? But he was always going to come good.
I've seen him bang 10 pens in a season, and from doing Sims as well from Liverpool, they were one of the top teams for clean sheets. So but they've just not been that great, have they? They've had some really weird results where they've been smashed, like with 3 goals and stuff.
Yeah.
Do any teams actually miss pens in this game? Yeah.
They definitely do. Slakovic misses them all the
I was
time.
just about to say Slakovic. Yeah, think about Slakovic's misses over the time. There's been some. I think Hart's missed a penalty as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And there's been some big misses over the few seasons, but fuck off!
Oh my god! The one player I couldn't get that I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, I could have got him, but it would have been for Viduka or Van Nistelooy, so it's never going to happen, is it?
Absolutely flying. Anyone who's on Phillips is flying. Phillips' goal's good for those who don't have captain or vice captain on him. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I think it's probably neither one or the other, because I think there'll be a lot of people on Viduka and York, Viduka and Ruud, and perhaps they've gone them as captain, vice captain. So maybe Phillips' goals in themselves might be all right. Apparently, Luke's on Hippier and Kevin Phillips.
Well, of course he is, obviously.
We all know that Luke's like a season 3 regen anyway, so maybe he'll start rotating himself if he seals up the league, you know. We'll just get like robotic things coming in Discord, you know, like Sex, Polska.
Oh, there's Richie Partridge.
Now sitting first on my bench as well.
Free in off the stanchion.
I love it. Love off the stanchion.
That was a free kick, so I'm not sure who assisted that. Schmeetscher.
I'm on York, and Phillips says Costa. Yeah, you're laughing then, aren't you? You're doing well. You're not doing as good as Luke though. If he's got Hippier as well. Yeah, Lucas captain Phillips. Yeah, he's flying. Told you, it's a season 3 regen. He is the AI. That's it. He is the AI.
Oh man, backed him with 2 away games last week, and I just couldn't get him in this week.
I mean, fair play. I mean, we know this all along, and Luke, to be fair to him, has said this often, that Phillips in 2 home games, he's got to be on the
100%
picks for captain.
100%.
Maybe Phillips can get a red card. I don't even think that would matter much, because it doesn't mean he missed the second game, would it?
No. He's done his job already in this game.
I mean, how bizarre was that rule from back in the day? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what happened with Decani. Remember when he pushed the ref over and he did like that weird stumble and fell over?
Yeah.
If he was able to play the immediate game after that, for instance.
Yeah,
or he's proper chin someone, you know what I mean, knocked him out, and then they were like, "Yeah, you just there on the next Saturday, ready to kick, 3 o'clock
Yeah.
off, you're just playing,
I think the idea was so they had time to appeal.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I think they just get the appeals done quicker now, don't they? They'll hear it and decide on it before the actual next game kicks off. Or do they just not have appeals these days? I don't know. I'm not up to speed with that side of things, maybe.
Ooh.
Coventry goal.
The legend, the myth.
That's not great.
Balder Bet. Nice.
Coventry lead 1-0. Do they still do the thing where if you do put in a frivolous appeal, you get an extra game? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, when I don't know of anybody else, when you play the game, often when you do that, nothing happens. Come on, Libre. Go on. For God's sake.
Oh, Larson off injured. McCartney on for Larson.
I mean, Libre's going to have to score a couple of goals to, justify him being sitting there in your strike force over Phillips, isn't it? Over the next 2 games, or what's remaining in this game. Here we go.
Off to Norwich.
All court.
Ruben's kicked out at guard, so.
Oh, that could be massive. That could be massive for people who didn't play a chip last week.
Second minus red of the season.
I was going to put a big shout out to Pete Marmalade Forest. He's put 100 quid on the line for my crowdfunder campaign. He's put a series of different things that could happen during this game week, and if they all happen, then he's going to give me a tenner for each one towards my crowdfunder. So I asked him if he was pissed when he sent it, and he says no, it's fine. Like, so I don't want to be taking 100 quid off him, but I'm hoping 1 or 2 of them come in.
Yeah, definitely.
Surely Newcastle are going to start smashing them now.
Yeah, could be a peppering now.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold it. Ooh. Billy Hathaway called Boulder Bet for the first goal.
He did. I didn't even know he was a real player. I thought he was taking the piss. I thought it was some kind of in joke that I wasn't part of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike Day, what the hell leads again? Yeah, quiet from them.
Here we go. Dublin's just done Perry.
Perry knew the angle wasn't there for him. Just let him shoot.
Yeah, we all know Leeds are a late team in this anyway. I mean, last season, how many goals did they score in the last 20 minutes of games? I'm hoping that's the case this week, and we see Larson on. Also, Phillips 15 plus points looking good for you. So that's one of the stipulations for one of the £10 from Pete. So at least I can rest my laurels on that. It's still soul destroying though when he's just he's not in your team. But that's good. That's good. Cheers, Pete.
Vanberg on for Carrick.
Okay, so what does that mean then? We've got a bit of a shift over then, haven't we? Pedersen dropped into centre mid. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He must have done.
Who else is up front? We've got Bo Hansen. Has he got centre mid in his locker?
Who was it?
Perhaps anyone who can have a look and knows that, we can see who's actually gone off, who's dropped from those attacking positions now.
It was.
I've got a feeling Bo Hansen has got centre mid in his thing.
Yeah, it was Ricketts and Hansen up front. So I guess Hansen's gone centre mid and Pedersen.
Yeah, has stayed where he is.
Stayed where he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Liverpool can just shut up shop now. That would be fine for me.
Someone put earlier on if there was going to be a season 4, and that's obviously a big if, where we would start the game over again. I'm not so sure that we might. It'll obviously be a chat conversation that we choose another classic season and start from that database, maybe.
Yeah, I think one thing that's for certain, I'm pretty sure, is that we won't just get season 4 of this sim.
No, I mean, we've already started to see some. I think we've been quite lucky with regens, actually. There hasn't been too many at all.
No.
But by season 4, you can get regens that are worldies, can't you? That you just don't know who they are, and they end up playing, and it just be very difficult.
Even it's not just the regens as well. Even the existing players, their positioning starts to go up to 20.
Ooh,
it was a goal for Leicester. 1-0 Leicester.
Yeah. So what does that mean then? All the positionings go up to 20.
So if everybody's positioning goes up to 20, then everybody's too good defensively, basically, and the goals start to dry up.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can see that if you play the game as well. So you might pick a formation that you know is pretty good first couple of seasons, and then you wonder why, by season 3 that it's not quite happening. You've got to kind of nudge what you're doing. You've got to change it up a bit. I suppose that's the whole part of the gameplay with it. Otherwise, it'd be a bit dry if you just use the same formation and you were winning every time. Go on then. We're on to York.
Give it Van Nistelooy.
Go on, York, all the way. All the way.
Pass it, you greedy bastard.
Oh, he's going to crash it now. Oh,
come on, Ruud.
I'll take that. I'll take.
For on the way. Get out of the way, you prick.
For fuck's sake, what are you doing?
Fucking
joker. 0708 season start, a new season then. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like something like that. But even if they restarted 0102 with the patch that stops all the bugs, even then you get different squads. It rolls on to the next season. So I think it's like you'd get like Birmingham would start in the Premier League. Man United would have like Rio Ferdinand and things like that. I think Robbie Keane would be at Spurs. There's a few. Yeah. It would be a decent change, even if they just did it with the new patch.
Yeah. For instance, Stoke. I think Stoke starting the Championship or whatever the Championship was then in that reboot, but they're in the third tier in the original, the one that we're playing now. I don't really know what happened in the 0708 season and why it's deemed a classic season. I think that was the season Stoke got promoted from the Championship. So obviously I was very, very much kind of, all my head was focused on what was happening with that. I think the season after was the first season Stoke were in the Premier League. So why is it seen as a big season? Because someone else has said 0708. Is it just because of the plays that we had?
Yeah, the top teams were so good, weren't they? Was that the year? Did we have like 4 English teams in the semi-finals that year? Maybe. I think Reading got relegated that year, actually. But like that was like Benitez peak Liverpool, Man United with Ronaldo, Tevez, and Rooney, and Chelsea under Mourinho. It was just so strong, wasn't it?
Yeah. Marky Shark has gone, let's have a season with Stoke in the Prem, please. I'm not so sure that'll be any good. I hate playing fantasy games with Stoke. That's why I'm not playing Gaffer this year. I want to concentrate on just watching the Stoke games, and it really, it just affected my enjoyment of the games last year.
Come Chelsea. Leon Knight. All the bar.
Man United double winners, Prem and Champions League winners.
Yes, that would have been the final against Chelsea, wouldn't it, I guess?
So when did they go shit then? Was that 2011, 2012? Was that the end of United's dominance? When did Fergie leave? That was about right, isn't it? 2011.
Was a bit after that, because they lost a couple of finals after that, didn't they? Yeah. Against Barcelona.
Could pick a World Cup year and do a fantasy World Cup.
Oh, Dwight York scored a goal. We missed that.
What?
When did that happen?
No way.
Well, that's what it says.
Have we missed that by chatting shit? Come on, Dwight York. Fucking get in. No, we haven't missed that. Tell us in the chat if we've been chatting shit and we missed that goal, because that's mental.
I don't think we missed. I don't know. Give it 4 minutes. I don't know. We don't think we missed it. Oh yeah, it says 38 minutes.
Hey! Get in. So I reckon. I think Dwight York might score in this week. I think he might have to score. Fucking get in. Loving that.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking Ruud van Nistelooy. He's been such a fucking waste of space.
See, now Captain's done that as a protest because he's thinking about season 4 and he's thinking, unless people are going to pay him to do it, he's going to start throwing stuff like that in the mix. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Which I don't blame him, the amount of effort he puts in. So no goals in the next 4 minutes then. Yeah, we've got to chat shit for the next 3 minutes. Although that should come easy to us, you know what I mean?
It should do, yeah.
Unfortunately for me, I'm about to run out of beer. I've got these 2 beers today, but I'm going to have to move on to a can of wine.
A can of wine?
A can of wine.
That's classy.
Vinducan. Fucking
That's
hell.
classy.
That is classy, innit? Fair with that. See if we can get some free Vinducans coming my way. Cathy says, might as well leave it there. That's good. So we know that that's going to be the next goal. That's brilliant. Fucking love it. Ooh.
Actually, I'd love 06-07 for if there's a season 4, because that wasn't the year we got relegated. It was the year before. That was the year we finished 8th. So yeah, we'd have Reading in the Prem if we did 06-07.
Yeah. Was that the year Dave Kitson did something for you? Was he any good that year?
Yeah, Kitson was good that year.
Yeah.
Kevin Doyle was good as well that year. Steve Sidwell got his move to Chelsea. He was good that year.
Yeah.
Nicky Shorey got 2 England caps against Brazil and Germany. If you're going to get 2 England caps, they may as well be against Brazil and Germany.
It's not bad. So now I'm starting to feel a little bit. I've got a suspicion this could end up in a goal here. Nedved.
I wonder if he'll score. I
Plenty
wonder
of
if he'll
room.
score.
Goal.
Stop using up my goals.
Get in. I'm a little bit gutty because I changed the Desai vice captain with about an hour to go, so that has pissed me off a bit. But if Ruud does fuck all night, and I'll still take it.
Was it the year that Hunt injured Czech? Maybe. I can't remember if that was that season or the season after. Might have been the season. No, it was that season. It was that season.
Steve Sidwell was a wasted talent after the move. Should have stayed at Reading. Yeah, I mean, we had Steve Sidwell and Dave Kitson at Stoke, and they both weren't great. You know, I was dead excited when we signed Kitson, actually, because I think it was one of the first signings that we made when we went up, actually.
Rickard. Ooh. Clean sheet wipeout for Liverpool. Peter Atherton having the season of his life at 33. Yeah, I sold him this week.
I actually signed him in game. I started a game with after Sheffield Wednesday, and he's shit.
Yeah, he probably is. Yeah. He probably is.
I think a lot of people would have shifted Rickard on this week. I think I've heard something like that banging. You know, who did they have last week in their double? They didn't have a double.
Didn't have a double, no. This is going to go against the odds, isn't it? And have loads of goals in it. Oh, hit the bar.
Oh yeah, Kirkland clean sheet gone.
Yeah.
Shit in it. All right. Checkbook Wednesday. Yeah, I went in the editor and gave him about 20 million to make signings. So fuck it, why not? Let's have a game. Let's pretend we've got a rich owner.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
Yeah, I think him too much. Just 20 mil, you know.
Yeah, I'm with Tom's here. Like it feels like Van Nistelooy and Varane are crap, but when you actually look, they're the top players in the game, but you just never captain them at the right time. Have we had a Leeds attack yet? We haven't, I reckon.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Come on, Ruud, for God's sake.
Yeah, when I was simming earlier, I saw some 4s, even a 5 to Man United against Arsenal.
Yeah, it can happen.
Finnan going all the way.
Oh, he's going to get booked, of course.
You got Sylvester, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Johnson replaced by Phil Neville. I guess that's Sylvester into centre back, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, both Leeds and Man United owed drubbings, didn't they? And it looks like so far Man United could be that team. And this is why a continuation of this game as a fantasy football game could start to dry up a little bit. I think if we have like weeks where the average goals are like 20, it might feel a bit slow, you know.
Yeah, you definitely have to start with a new patch.
Yeah, because if you think about this kind of the season 1 Season 2, I think average goals was like very, very similar to what you'd have in real life. It's like around 30 goals, something like that. So you will have weeks where it's like low 20s and some weeks high 30s, but
Yeah.
it's kind of what you would expect to see in a normal,
And we all kind of know what we're doing as well now, right? If you start with a new patch,
Yeah.
every team is different tactics, different managers, different formations, like everything's different. So
yeah. We'll have to see. I think I think as long as there's appetite for the game and people can do it, I mean, the amount of work that goes into it from people though is massive. I think the amount of stuff that Captain does for it and Panda and people that have done it over the years, the presenters and things like that. I mean, the pressure's off this year in terms of presenting because we've got so many of us doing it, which is great. You can kind of do it when you want to, kind of thing, which is great. But someone like Captain and Panda, they're doing stuff behind the scenes every week, doing the comms again and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Like even doing the sim videos every week. Like now we're out of lockdown, it is difficult to get them out every week. And I've got the flexibility. Like if I can't get it out on Sunday, I'll get it out on Monday. If I can't get it out on Monday, I'll get it out Tuesday. Yeah. Whereas, the guys don't have that flexibility. Like game week is Thursday, so it's like that's it.
We shall see. What in terms of this sim? We're going to finish in 2004. What competition was 2004? It'd be the Euros, wouldn't it? I think.
Yeah, Euro 2004.
Yeah.
That's Greece. Greece won it. That's that.
Oh yes, they beat Portugal in the final. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rooney burst onto someone had mentioned doing an international tournament. There might be something in that. Come on, Veron. Ooh. There could be something in that. It might be a nice way to kind of end where we're at with it, or just kind of bookmark where we've got with the game. But we'll see. There was a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk about this season not happening, and then it did. So we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Rooney's breakout tournament.
Yeah.
That's another thing as well. So Rooney's a complete non-entity in this patch. You'd have plays like that. Could be quite interesting. Got some stuff going on in the AFCON quarterfinals.
It's half time.
Half time. Okay, so scores: Bolton 0, Leicester 1, Chelsea 0, Everton 0. Coventry 1, Man City 0, Leeds 0, Blackburn 0, Liverpool 2, Middlesbrough 1, Man United 2, Arsenal 0, Norwich 0, Newcastle 0, Norwich down to 10 men. So expect some goals in the second half. Sunderland 2, Ipswich 0, brace for Phillips. People laughing if they've got Phillips. Spurs 0, Villa 0, and Watford 0, Bradford 1.
Yeah, a bit like last week. Not quite going to plan yet, but there's still plenty of time. Still got 3 halves of football to go.
Now, Martin, I'm going to beat you to the chase. Now I'm going to go to the toilet first.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. I don't think I've ever been left on my own before. It's always me that goes for a piss, and then it's all good. Give us your memories of Euro 2004, then, guys, as that's where that would be the summer tournament that's coming up. We've got the Owen injury, Rooney's breakout tournament, Ronaldo the winker from Billy Hadaway. What do I remember? Was it the France game did we have in Euro 2004 where they did us in stoppage time, basically? Zinedine Zidane was sick just before he took the penalty. David James brought him down. He scored a free kick as well. Stuffed Croatia. Everybody thought we were going to win it. I think that's all the same tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong. All your memories of club football in 2004, I guess. I mean, I guess that's captain. I was flying to and from Portugal while taking my GCSEs. Fair play. That's nice. No, AD, it was Greece won it that year. Greece beat Portugal in the final. Massive upset. I get smashed at 16 and my mates plays on cheap cider. I was just about in the pub, but only just. I remember watching England go out against Portugal in the pub. It was a really, really hot day. Everybody hammered way too early in the day. The inevitability then when we got to a penalty shootout, it's just like you just knew we were going to lose. Hopefully that's changed now after the Colombia shootout in the World Cup. Although obviously we lost the Euro final on penalties. Gianna Kakopoulos was the most difficult name on the team sheet. Yeah. Who was it? Who was the guy for Man City who was absolutely gunned for Greece at that time? Not Samar. Was it? There was Samaras, but there was someone else as well that was just really good that played in the Prem. I'm pretty sure he played for in a compromised position.
Yeah. It's horrible, isn't it, when that happens?
There you go. I think you might be back on the mend.
Are we on?
Hang on. You're on. Hey.
We're on.
Fucking hell, that harmonica's loud in my ear.
Yeah, baby. We're back on.
Oh,
okay. Good.
I can't see anything, mind.
No.
Can you? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Right, there we got it.
There we go. We're back on. We're back, baby.
Christ, was that harmonica just for you and me, or was that for everybody?
I don't know.
We had on hold harmonica music, so
We did. Well, they can tell us if they can play as that now.
What a talent!
Yeah, bit of blues harmonica, get us past the time. Yes, apologies if it went from 0 to high pitch harmonica.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I went for a leak, and then come back. It's like, oh, we're not even live. Stick my ears back in, and I get blasted with that.
I was just playing the blues because I thought that was the end of the champs after what we've been talking about season 4. We didn't even get through season 3, so. But yeah. Anyway, where were we when we?
Where were we? Euro 2004 memories, I think.
Yeah.
But that's where we got to.
Yeah. Stoke were frequenting the mid-tables of the second tier, just like they are now. So, yeah. Anyway, we're on to this bit of class. Viduka.
I'm not sure I've seen anyone drink a can of wine outside of a festival.
A lovely glass of wine in a can. I'm sure it is. Let's have a crack on it. My wife just said, "You better not be drinking my can." She's obviously heard me from that. So, yeah, I am.
Best run out and get another one tomorrow. Are you going to pour it into a glass? I suppose. Does that make it better? I'm not sure it does. Just once you've had a can of wine, you may as well just commit and drink it from the can, I reckon.
Yeah. No, I can't do that, mate. I'm not an animal.
Yeah, wavy. We only missed you two talking bollocks. It's absolutely fine. That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair. Hope it's better than wine in a carton. That's lethal. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've had wine in a carton for a long time. It's only you get those little taps at the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, again, that's a popular festival thing.
It's not bad. It's all right. The Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah. Did you drink any wine in Paris?
Yeah, we had a couple of glasses of Chardonnay. Why not?
Nice.
Yeah, we weren't there very long. Our original flight was cancelled because they were all striking.
Yeah.
So we had to go the next day, but we only really went for the Saturday night. We had a gig to go to on the Saturday night, so we still made that. So it was all cool.
Nice. Who did you go and see?
So it was called the Hella Mega Tour. So it was Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day.
Wow, old school.
Old school, yeah. We're on a bit of a 2005 tour this year. Me and my partner Al.
Nice.
Seen My Chemical Romance. We've seen the Hella Mega Tour. We've seen a few old acts at Glastonbury as well. And we were at 2000 Trees Festival, little rock festival last week that had like Jimmy World at it, like all old school stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, back to reality with a bump now. We've had our little musical tour of the summer over the UK and a bit into France. So yeah.
And now you've had to do 5 days at work, mate.
I know.
It
is a tragedy. It is a tragedy.
Well, if it's any consolation, I've got to work over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and you can catch me in Rugeley playing Rugeley Past as a character about the way they use energy over the years at Rugeley. So that's what I've got to play. That's what I've got to do over the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. And apparently they had me in a bloody woolen suit until I told them, you do know it's going to be like 34 degrees. So I think they've changed up what I'm actually having to wear. So that's good. Yeah, plays the blues. Well, yeah, I will do Glasgow. I'll if we're on scores, I'll be playing them serious blues licks. All right.
I did. I think a lot of people that we're in group chats with know already, but I know we bigged it up. Did the big build up on the way to Glastonbury, but I did actually meet FPL Glasto at Glastonbury,
Nice.
quite briefly in the end. But yeah, absolute gent. He gave me a little pass that not everybody has, so that was much appreciated.
Well, it's interesting because in the flesh, I've only met Dave Gills and Craig as I went down to London. In May it was, so it'd be great. I can't wait to meet some more people in the flesh. But FPL Glasgow actually lives just around the corner from my younger brother in Sheffield. So out of all the people that are in this community, Glasgow's right up there with someone I'm likely to meet quite soon. So we need to make that happen. So yeah, I've seen him in. We think we've been on a Zoom chat before. It'd be nice to meet him and see him. Here we go. All my dad's family are from Rugeley. I'm going up next week for my nan's 90th. Yeah. Well, it'll pass into legend by the time you go to your nan's 90th. It'll be like, yeah, there was some weird guy wearing weird stuff and pretending he was from the past in Rugeley and stuff. Yeah, that's me. That's what I do for a living. Right, we kicked off. Yeah, FPL Richie as well. Yeah, we've shared some shared a bit of music with FPL Richie recently. He's kind of into some decent music.
He's a big jazz fan, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll have to meet up soon. There's talk of a champs meetup. There was talk of doing a live game week 38, but we might have to can that because it might be too difficult, and it might be better just to focus on just a meet and greet and just having a bit of a soiree somewhere at some point. So we'll just have to see how we get on with that. I think all options are still on the table, but yeah, we need to meet up.
Yeah, for sure. Here come the Chelsea.
The Smiths 1986. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like sometimes it can be quite tough. And also as well, if it's so large, then you kind of either want to do it a few times or you kind of think, oh, I wish I'd talk to them more or whatever. So I get that. Difficulty for me is that I think being relatively north, I think a lot of the people frequent south, don't they? You know, you're in Bristol, there's a lot of people in London. It's more likely that those things kind of happen down there. It's like some of these Planet meetups. I haven't been to one yet. I'd love to go to one and keep waiting for the ones in Manchester. But every time I speak to someone in the community, obviously the majority of people are further south than north. There are a few people. So Glasgow in Sheffield, there's Pete Marmalade. I think he's in the Wirral, so he can't be that far away from where I am. But yeah, it'd be nice to do a couple of meetups, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
More so now than ever, really, because you just don't know whether we're going to continue. So it'd be nice to kind of meet up with some people and keep the community spirit going.
There is a Bristol FPL kind of meet happening. I can't remember exactly when it is. I think it's like August or something. So I know sometimes I take it for granted that everyone's on Twitter, but not everyone is. So if you're not aware of the Bristol meetup that's happening quite early on in the season, and you'd like to know when it is, just hit me up and I'll give you the details and add you to the group chat, or ask for you to be added to the group chat. I'm not the admin, but I'm sure you'll be welcome.
Yeah, some people saying there's people playing it in Ireland, there's people playing it in Scotland as well. You know, David 8 saying it'd be good if we did a North and South meetup. Yeah. The thing is, like London is such a good place to meet that it's hard to expect people en masse to move from there to meet, say, like in Manchester, Birmingham, for the sake of, you know, a few heads that live up north, you know what I mean? So London's probably the easiest place for most people to get to. Nahal Kulkarni, no, don't say that, better. This is my first season playing ChampMan. I loved it. Hey, look, I don't know. Just saying it could be. You know, every time we get to thinking about doing another season, it's always we could or we couldn't. So I'm not trying to be the bringer of doom, but you know, you just don't know, do you? Yeah, it looks like there's a few in Bristol. So yeah, Bristol, you want to be meeting up with
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look when it is now. It's the 15th of October. So yeah, 15th of October, and it's going to be at the King Street Brew House.
Cool. Oof. I suppose for us, a lot up north, like Manchester's probably the best place. If you give us a shout out if anyone's up north like that, you can get to Manchester easy enough. Manchester or Birmingham's probably the two places.
Shearer in the book.
Been to Bristol once. It was ace. I really liked it. I went in the brew dog thing you've got there by the river. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really nice. I went down for some meetings for work and stuff and met up with someone who lives there. Someone who's in the band, actually. What are they called now? I'll have a think. He's a really good musician. He's in a local band. They're kind of like that kind of like Eastern European vibe, you know, that kind of scratch folk band. Really good. If you go around and see a lot of music, you might have seen them. I'll think about what they're called. But anyway, I met him there and went to the Brewdog place there on the river. It's nice.
Yeah, you missed that. There's one of my favourite places is the Cider Boat, the Apple. It's just down the on the same stretch as the Brewdog, but like down the river a little bit. Tarico just went off injured there. That's quite big news.
It is. I mean, he's sitting there third on my bench, but hopefully that isn't a long termer.
Tarikov.
What we need is some money men in the whoever plays this who are money men. Let us know. Got some people playing in the States and all over the place. We need to keep this going.
The Jason Donovan, yeah. We got a kebab van in Bristol. It's called the Jason Donovan.
Very nice. The only thing with Bristol is there are far too many unisex toilets. Oof, that's topical, isn't it? But yeah, we're on a ChampMan stream. That's like a whole 2-3 hours topic of conversation all on itself.
We're very woke down here. You can be a vegan and like not even notice it, and all sorts.
Yeah. Just throwing a bloody Molotov cocktail into the chat, James Streeters. Be careful. They're doing a meet in Birmingham on the 8th of October. Who are? Is that FPL? Is that Planet FPL? Editor. Do the meet up in Doncaster? That's a bit out of the way, isn't it? Surely.
David's predicting the bonus points in advance.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, come on, there's only 52 minutes, though. I think people will be on Chelsea's defenders. So far, they might be getting a bit of bonus. Phillips.
He's going to be on max bonus.
Nedved York are looking good for some people. I got York anyway.
Yeah. Chelsea could be anybody you've got, really.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, people on Underhaul or people on with 10 players that getting 10 players that are playing over the 2 games. Just like last week, it doesn't really matter that you could go off in the second week. We had so many points in that second game week. The Bristol one show could be a vegan up rather than a meetup. I could go vegan as long as I could go to like gourmet restaurants that do all the food for me. I think because I'm so not used to making the food that I can't, it's hard to envisage it being gourmet enough or like enticing enough. There's a wonderful vegan restaurant up in Congleton, not far from me, called Wild and Wild. And it's really nice. But to me, to think that I could replicate that at home is just a bit far-fetched,
You can do it. You can do it in Bristol easy. The vegan food in Bristol is absolutely outstanding. I'm not even a vegan. My other half is, but Huckabee goals, city level. Let's have an assist. I've got nothing so far. Let's have something from that. Jermaine Wright, there we go.
Loving it. There you go. Sounds like the peach chip post was more controversial than the unisex toilets chat. Know your audience. Vegan food is mid. What does that mean? Is that some like newfangled young people speech for it's good or shit?
Don't know. Bad vegan food is terrible, but good vegan food is just as good as anything else you'll get.
You're mid. What does mid mean? Come on, man. Let me know. Not bad, not good. Like middling. That's a bit reductive, isn't it? Depends what it is. Like I had a milkshake from this vegan place, and it was off the hook. It was like made from coconut cream. It was an Oreo milkshake. The best milkshake I've ever had. It was really, really good. But the main meal I had was average, but the cakes were really good. So the cakes and the all the sweet stuff. What was that, Nedved again?
Oh no, that's Chadwick. That was Chadwick with a rude knockdown.
Boo! Where the fuck is Varane, man? He's my captain.
There we go. They're flowing now. That's 2 returns in 2 goals.
Yeah, you're laughing.
I don't know about that yet.
Depends what it is. Depends who's making it and things like that. But like I say, what puts me off is thinking, can I make it nice? I need some good recipes or something like that. Don't mind cooking stuff if it's no matter what it is.
Gleed Liker says, last Bristol meetup, I was out with Martin until 2 a.m. and I haven't, the wife hasn't let me out since. I haven't had a pass from the wife since. That was true. Yeah, we were last men standing, along with the fantasy football hub guys, Fergie and the other guy that does the Scottish guy that does Sky.
Oh yeah. I know you're on about Paul McNulty, is it?
That's it. Yeah.
Gleed Liker, tell me how you're doing in the cup. Are you still in it? Because you knocked me out first round, so I'm kind of following you, but not obviously because I don't know how well you're doing. But let me know if you're still in it. How you doing?
A Petkov goal there.
Yeah, said Petkov might be decent. I think no one's really gone off in these single games. I mean, Newcastle really they need to get their act together. Surely.
Oh, Bothroyd, another commentary goal. Jay Bothroyd.
What's going on, Gleed Liker? Are you still in the cup or what? This will be the second leg, actually, wouldn't it? So how are you getting on? Yes, the Smiths, you can do that. I mean, are you on Discord? I mean, I put my handle in and my Twitter handle on in the chat. I put my Twitter handle in the chat at BenjoBD, so maybe you can DM me something from there, or you can catch me on Luke's Discord.
We got a Leeds attack, if you could believe it. Go on, Lee.
Oh.
Corner ball. Fuck you. Puts it wide.
I'm drawn against second overall, and on my way out, he has York and Petkov. But I believe that the person in second is done a -24 this week. We need some confirmation on that. Is it Reddy Reynolds? He put something in Discord that he was on a -24. Oh, there we go. Court's done one.
Oi, is on. -16, Alex Reynolds.
-16. There you go, Gleed Liker. Does that make you a bit more optimistic about your tie with him? -16 he's on. Here we go, Bradford winning.
Ion Jess puts it wide. That's freaky. I know Alex Reynolds from work. Yeah, I realised the guy that he didn't quite win my work league in the end, but he came close. He's one of the hosts of FPL Surgery. I had no idea we work for the same company.
That's great. It's like a little secret society, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
I know people that play fantasy football, but they're perhaps not very much into it. Right to the point where, like, I won the mini league that I was in with ease last year. Didn't really think about it, and that's not me saying I'm any good. It's just that they're just, they're just kind of casual players. But I've yet to really meet anyone who's like proper bang into it. Like, I mean, I think someone who is it? The guy who wrote the book, Raptor. He said he was on the train the other day, and someone sat down and said, "You're FPL Raptor, aren't you?"
Nice.
But I've yet to meet someone who's so into it that it's, we could maintain a big long conversation about it. How's Stoke and Reading's pre-season going then, chaps? Stoke lost 2-0 to Accrington Stanley yesterday. Who are they?
Ooh, exactly.
Yeah. So, but it's pre-season and it don't really matter.
No, we lost 2-0 against Benfica, and we beat Stevenage.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. 2-0 to Accrington Stanley, 2-0 to Benfica.
And we beat, I think it was Stevenage 2 or 3-0. Jeff Hendrick. We signed Jeff Hendrick. They announced his signing at like midday or whatever, and by like 20 past 12, it was goal, Jeff Hendrick.
Nice.
We signed Shane Long this week as well, so I'm chuffed about that.
Oh really? Yeah, decent. Yeah,
I really honestly don't care if he gets injured after the first game and doesn't play again. He's at the club. That's
yeah.
He's a legend. He's 35 now. Would have been nice if we could have done it a few years ago, but
is Bojan still at Stoke? No, he's not. He's an absolute. People love him though. He's one. When players come and go and they're just legends forever. Bojan talks really highly of Stoke. He says he's one of the best things. He fell in love with Stoke and things like that. Bojan was great. Then he did his ACL in, and then he just wasn't the same player. Real shame. And then we had Gary Rowett, who basically outed him in front of everyone, saying, "Yeah, he was good 2 years ago, but he's shit now," basically. And that was the end of Gary Rowett. He lasted about a month, and he was gone because Stoke fans just really got on his back, mainly because of what he said about Bojan. Yeah. He's great. What a nice guy. Really intelligent guy as well, Bojan. If you've watched it or listened to him talk or hear anything that he says, he's in Japan now. He's learning. He's well into like Japanese culture and stuff like that. Yeah, there you go. Bojan is in Japan. They were the glory days. He was fantastic. For that one season before he got injured, he was brilliant. Really good.
Tech Murphy's getting stuck into Reading. They've done something to hurt you, Deck. You're a Barnsley fan or a Derby fan or something.
Reading going down. I mean, Reading didn't go down with what? How many minus points have you had over the last 2 seasons?
Only 6. It was 6 last season. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. We're very lopsided. We've got decent players in the attacking end of the pitch, but we've got like basically no defence.
Tom's FPL, feel like Stoke fans are getting you back for playing a pass under 20 yards. Like I would take offence at that, but I have been at games where they're like, get it up front to what you do. I kind of agree in some ways. It does rile me when some people just don't know what the fuck they're talking about when you go to a match. I mean, everyone must have been there, been to a football match, and fans just don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Andrew Daly, don't pick any Reading players in Gaffer, mate. Lucas Shaw, if you really, really want to. Lucas Shaw's too good for that division, but he's always injured.
Lawson's on for Kuhl. We missed that. Go on, Lawson. Late hat trick coming in. Goal. Backer pulls one back.
2-1. Tom minutes. Well, the only other thing you could do with Reading and Gaffer is have the 2 keepers, have Lumley and Buzanis is only 8.5. And I think there's a chance that Buzanis will end up number 1, so we could end up with a 4 million starting keeper. But apart from that, I wouldn't really recommend it.
Nehal Kulkan is put Hesse and Arnautovic were at Stoke too. Yeah, 2 very different players. Arnautovic was class. If you want a good laugh, type in Hesse Rodriguez. What's not Makaton? That's sign language. Reggaeton. If you want a good laugh, have a look at that because he's more concerned about his music career than his football career, and he's a fucking joker. It's so funny. So yeah, Hesse Jose Rodriguez. Garner on free kicks. Fucking hell, man! You're getting rinsed in the chat.
I know.
Choice.
Well, this is the point. I'm hoping that he won't be, so we could end up with a 4 million starting keeper.
Tunchai. I was at the opening of the Britannia Stadium, Stoke versus Swindon. I think we won 2-1. The year that Stoke had the started in the Britannia Stadium, we got relegated to the third tier. We actually lost 7-0 at home to Birmingham in one game.
Wow.
At home. Ooh.
Sounds bad. Our first season in the Prem, I went.
Oh, here we go. Right up for the follow-up.
Oh, come on, boy. Oh, he's laid it off. Oh, fucking hell. Hit the thing. Yes, exactly. Put your foot through it.
I work with Peter Thorne's brother, by the way. There's a Stoke connection for you. Well, he actually played in that 7-0 defeat. And he actually played quite well. He was the only player that really put a graft in. So that's really interesting. Yeah, they lost 7-0 in that game. And the player and fans stormed the executive boxes, baying for Peter Coates' blood. So that was Peter Coates, who now owns Bet3. Well, he doesn't own Bet365, but family does. Who's now a multi-billionaire. At that point, he was the chairman at Stoke, but he only owned Stadia Catering, which basically sold pies for about 10 clubs or something like that. He didn't have the money that he has now. And they were like baying for his blood at that point. That was 1997. And then he came back after the Icelandic consultant. Go on.
Yes! Fucking goal. Jesus, it's only taken 68 minutes.
Get in.
Leeds.
Anyhow, how things have turned. Peter Coates got shitloads of money now. He had nothing then. Get in. That'll do.
It's Gifton. Oh, I pegs that down.
The real question is, did you own Jonathan Walters in FPL when he scored 2 own goals? Oh, man, we love Jonathan Walters. We loved him.
Oh, I can't believe. Come on, Van Nistelooy and Viduka. Come on. Another Leeds attack.
To Larson.
Are they going to have a big finish?
Go on, Larson.
Oh, Larson scores.
Fucking get in. There you go. 2-0 as predicted late on. Come on.
2 assists for Aymar.
Oh, wow, really? Peter Thorne spends most of his time in Portugal with Graham Kavanagh now, by the way. That's really interesting because they both went to Cardiff. They were both at Stoke, both went to Cardiff. They must be good mates. Deck Murphy's trolling me now. Stoke have Reading rejects in mid. Obviously, we signed Josh Loren from you guys.
It'd be interesting how he gets on. He was absolutely fantastic. We only had him for 2 years. He was absolutely fantastic in the first season and less so last season. But last season was maybe understandable because we were just a mess. So it'd be interesting how he gets on. Sibon. Not sure who assisted that. Mickey Gray.
Mickey Gray.
What do I think of Shane Long? Shane Long's a club legend, and he's 35, but he's got to be better than George Puskas. So that's an upgrade.
No, you're all right. My wife's just dashed the Viduka. I'm gutted. She dashed it. She said it's minging. It's gone.
Comes Bosco. Goal! Bosco. 1-0 Villa.
What have we got then? 6, 9, 12, 16, 19 goals. It's been quite slow, to be fair, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a...
Surely Newcastle are good for a couple of goals here. Come on.
Steady trickle is one. Oh no, hits the bar.
Oh no, yeah.
Is he going hard on the pitch yet? I don't think he is he? Come Bradford. How many more chances does Jess want? No more. It's there.
There you go, Bradford winning.
You called the away win there. Still a bit of time. I reckon Watford to score again there.
Will Perry still get man of the match even if Villa win, Martin? He could do if it's 1-0.
Yeah, if it's only 1-0, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
I think there'll be a bit thinking of Gaffer again and thinking about Stoke, Reading, whoever. I think there'll be a big rush on to get Liam Delap into that league this year. I think there's talk of him actually going out on loan into the Championship this year.
Yeah,
I'm hoping we can get him with his dad being one of the coaches there at Stoke.
Yeah. Is it Southampton might be interested in him as well? I mean, if Southampton want him, then they'll go there.
Well, yeah. But you never know, though. He might be up to City. You know, who did he want him?
Because they'll need somebody to replace Broyo, won't they?
Yeah.
So he should get decent game time there. So yeah, be interesting. But yeah, if he does go to the Championship, that could be big.
Oh, Hansen.
Bo Hansen
on the midfield.
Ooh, back off the bar.
Last I saw, Man City considering selling Delap. Well, that would rule that out for a lot of teams in the Championship. I think in the Premier League then.
Yeah, definitely. One chop off.
Ronrid says Southampton want Delap on a permanent. Well,
yeah, I saw they were in for him, definitely. But... Is this Hart coming on? Yeah, here he comes.
Actually, 1 point locked in.
Come on, he's got 15 minutes to do something. Leads on the attack.
Here we go. Oof.
Oh, come on. Come on, penalty Hart. Yeah, come on, come on.
No way. That's great, I'll take that.
Come on, boy. Watch Larson take it now. Oh, no, he's placed it down. Come on, boy. Yes! Come on.
Loving it. Happy days.
8th goal of the season.
That's a goal and assist for Larson coming on in 60 minutes. Beautiful.
That's a good result for you as well.
Yeah.
No stopping the boy at the moment.
Larson, you're killing it for me, but the fuck is going on with Varane?
Another good Reading, good Irish Reading boy, Ian Hart. Yeah. That's your 1 point lock. So there's penalty straight away. You deserve that. You deserve that.
Yeah, fair play. I was enjoying that wine. I forgot it.
Come Bolton.
Absolute howler of a week for Viduka and Ruud. This tomorrow, mate.
So yeah, there's still another game. There's still I mean, yeah, Man United, especially the fixture's better tomorrow.
Yeah, Benno, don't worry about Varane and Co. We all know the points come on 92 in a double game week. Exactly. Anything could happen. Oof.
Oh, what was that? Bolton turn it around. Tottenham are heading down. These are all bad results for Tottenham. Bradford winning, Bolton winning, Tottenham losing, going down. Sorry, if that flies in, I'm done.
Yours getting man of the match in this.
Go on, Ruud. I'll take the assist. You can have the goal.
So where do you think you're sitting with this performance enhancement chip then? I mean, I'm thinking about my team. Desai could come good for some points.
Yeah, Desai could be all right.
Could be all right. Maybe we'll see.
Sylvester could be okay. Bowyer's got a return. Wright's got a return.
Yeah, Bowyer's good. Yeah.
Hart's got a return
Martin
now.
York.
Is that a red card? Is that you running? Who got sent off there? Uriah Rennie's at about 3 games, isn't he? Let's see. Oh, Owen sent off. Jeez. Proper strikers tackle. He's got a lot on his mind, bless him, with his daughter in Love Island, from pillar to post.
I mean, I don't think you're going to get much for Hart, but you got your goal. So I'm thinking maybe.
Yeah, it depends. Like, it's one of those. It depends what the man of the match gets. Because if the man of the match is only going to get an 8 or a 9, then Hart could definitely still get in the mix.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to predict for that reason, because if the man of the match doesn't get a 10, then, you know, all sorts of people can, you know, pick up bonus, can't they?
Come on, give it to Varane. No way. Not another one.
You can have it. Just get the... Oh.
Varane free kick, top corner. Let's have it. No.
Pen goals don't count towards bonus. I'm not sure about that now. That would be an education to me if it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, goals in general don't really count towards bonus. I think it's the stuff that they do around it. Yeah, I've seen players score goals and get 6s. Yeah, so it can happen.
Depends. I think it depends how many mistakes they make, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Is that McVeigh with a goal for Norwich?
Yeah.
Oh my days, 10 men up. That's really bad from Newcastle. We would have expected them to smash them from here on in.
Yeah. Nolan assist, that would be in a few teams. He might even be in my... No, he's on my bench. I think he's my first bench, actually.
Some of these teams that kind of a hangover from last week without underhauls, they might not have been punished too much really yet because, Viduka and Ruud not really doing much. They might be all right, but they've missed a big chance here, really, with Norwich being down to 10. Easter getting a bit of bonus from that.
Yeah, Arca in the book, not good.
What's going to be the big turnaround points now if they come in? I think probably Phillips hat-trick, maybe.
Yeah, Viduka goal would claw some, people that like me that are behind on Phillips.
Chelsea conceding would be big.
Yeah.
A lot of people have got defence and some people have got vice-captain. It wasn't just me. Some other people have got it. What else? Perhaps Man United conceding as well would be big.
That would be pretty big. Hippier off the line. Wheeler on for Zippy. Old man Boxic. Done.
Need an Origi goal.
They're 2-1 up.
Yeah. Arca's done fuck all, hasn't he? He's barely featured.
He did all right. He did all right in the double last week.
Go on, Libra.
Come on, Libra. Oh, fucker.
I need Newcastle to score. Cup opponent as a Norwich keeper. Fuck me. Yeah, that's bad, isn't it? What a big turn, Huge swings going on there. Someone's got Larson cap. Laughing with that.
Yeah, that's good.
He was also a vice cap for ages on my team as well. It's just... Having said that, as long as Chelsea keep a clean sheet.
Bradford again.
Need a goal for John Parkin, assisted by Charles and Zogbeer.
Brace for Eon Jess.
John Parkin was a fucking pisser, man. He was so funny. He just not give a shit, John Parkin. He was about 6 foot, about 18 stone. I've seen him in Stoke eating kebabs and stuff like that when he played for Stoke. He was really good as well. John Parkin played for Preston then, Deck Murphy, or what?
Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
He's a good laugh. He's a good player. It's one of them old school players. Just before everyone went uber kind of, professional in terms of their attitude and stuff like that. He was still that kind of guy that you'd see pissed eating a kebab at like 10 o'clock after a game,
They're going to concede, Leeds. They are. Leeds concede.
Whose podcast is that one, Ruud? Under the Cosh. Is that Parkins?
Darius. Yeah, evening, Andy. Darius Henderson was at Reading. Yeah, he came through our academy. Didn't last long, really. Kelly washed. Yes, been a bit barren for Kelly recently. Ian Hart's been on fire. What do I want? If you could have one return now, Benno, what would it be?
Oh, Varane, for sure. He's my captain, so I need him to score, really.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I need Viduka, probably. Even
particularly with the people I haven't chosen as my vice cap. I've got Lawson returning, York doing well. So, yeah.
Is Libra involved again? Oh, it's going to... Oh, here comes Phillips.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is it going to be a penalty?
Oh, my days.
Phillips booked for diving. No, penalty to Sunderland.
Fucking hell. Basically, Super Kev owners have won the day, haven't they?
100%.
Go on, miss it.
Hat trick.
Nice.
Kevin Phillips.
Get in. Well done. Well, at least that's a tenner for my crowdfunder fund. So thanks, Pete Marmalade. Surely he's got 50 plus points now. So that's great. Thanks for your support.
Watford.
Petkov with 2 goals.
On for a brace. Ooh, save. To Carrow Road. 10-man Norwich. Are they going to score again?
Oof. No way. Shocking.
2-0.
Shocking.
There you go. There's Jekyll and Hyde Newcastle for you with their shit tactic. They can lose absolutely any game.
I had Captain Fantastic and it was either Phillips or Ruud. Went with Ruud. You know what? I'm assuming that means Phillips is your vice captain. I don't think that's too bad because Ruud could absolutely smash Man City tomorrow night.
Yeah.
As well. So you need to hold on to that, Darren Fox. That could be a really, really good. Phillips still might outscore Ruud, but you might get 6-7 goals between the pair of them on Captain Fantastic, and that would just be real good.
Yeah, definitely. To Ellen Road. Come on, Mark. Or Ian Hart can smack in another one. That'll be fine.
Pesser.
Well,
go on then, bro. Oh.
Corner kick. Come on. Weimar takes a corner. Oh, not
no
last.
way.
Oh,
get in.
Man, Larson again.
Oh, man.
Forwards. And Leeds have dished out the spanking in the end.
No.
Doesn't feel like it, does it? But they've scored 4.
That's a 16-pointer from Larson off the bench, I reckon.
Yeah, massive.
Shit.
You've done it again. It's not the first time you've had a massive fall off the bench, I feel, when I've been on with you.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. I mean, I've got to practice what I preach and say that, you know, maybe Varane can go off tomorrow as well. So,
It's a Highfield Road. Come on, right. Oh. This Bet's a player.
That could be it. Anything else going to happen?
Could be it. The full-time whistle. all my points are coming tomorrow again, I think, in the double game week. So we've got Bolton 2. I'm not going to remember the scores from that one. Bolton 2, Leicester 1. Did Bo Hansen score? I can't remember.
Davis scored, Bo Hansen, and I think he was playing for Leicester. I think Benjamin scored up for them.
Benjamin 0-0 Chelsea Everton. So that's a good result. Good result, really. Chelsea clean sheet. That's what we were looking for, I think. Coventry 2, Man City 1. Leeds
scored for them. I think.
Fuck knows. Jay Bothroyd, I think, got one.
Yeah.
Jermaine Wright had an assist. Can't remember who scored. Leeds 4. So yeah, it took a while, didn't it? But we actually did get 4 goals from Leeds in the end.
Yeah.
So big haul from Larson. Hart scored off the bench. Bowyer scored as well. So yeah, pretty popular goals there. Just nothing for Viduka really. Liverpool 2, Middlesbrough 1. Owen got sent off. We had a penalty from Hippier. A couple of other goals. Man United 3, Arsenal 0. Was it York brace, was it? York goal and assist?
No, goal and assist. Nedved got one, and who scored the other?
Nedved got one, that was it.
Can't think who scored the other.
Can't think. Ruud had an assist. Couple of Nedved assists.
Yeah.
Norwich 2, Newcastle 0. Enough said about that. Hat-trick for Kevin Phillips in a 4-1 Sunderland win. I fucking can't believe that. It's the one player that was just like, but you can't transfer out Ruud or Viduka, can you? So it's just like, what can you do? Tottenham 0, Villa 1. Who got the goal? Balaban got the goal, didn't he? Off the bench. Angel went off injured. Watford 1, Bradford 3. A brace for Eon Jess. Goal for Petkov there. Will be pretty popular. So bonus points are starting to roll in. So 2 save points for Ian Walker in Bolton 2, Leicester 1. Max bonus goes to Trevor Benjamin. 2 each for Gardner, Repka, Ricketts, Hansen, Davies, and Ramberg.
Yeah. Just throwing this in, Tom FPL did Ruud to Phillips, which gave me the money for Larson to Viduka.
Oh, that you've done well there, really, because you got the Phillips hat trick.
Yeah. That's not too bad, actually, is it?
And Viduka could go mad tomorrow. So
yeah, a lot of people on performance enhancement this game week. So they'll be eagerly awaiting the Chelsea points coming through now, I think. I'm not sure how it works if you've got vice captain on them as well. I'm not sure how it works if you've got captain on them full stop, how it affects the bonus points. But here we go. Look, Gallas 3, Melchiot 2, Desai 2, Eleftheropoulos 2, Paz and Christie.
Yeah, that's all right. So I got Melchiot. So that's all right. Desai will be popular. Obviously, Terry didn't even play. So
how does it work if the vice captain is that 4 points and then it's 1.5? Anyone let us know? So I'm expecting that would be 10, like 15 points, 15 pointer from Desai.
What, in terms of the performance enhancement? So the captain, the armbands don't affect the extra that you get.
Okay, so what would that mean then for Desai as vice captain?
So you'll just get 2 extra. You'll get 4 instead of 2.
Okay. So, but what about the 1.5? Does that not?
Oh yeah, so you'll get 2. So you'll get 3, and then the extra 2.
Okay, cool.
So the extra doesn't get increased, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Here we go. Performance enhancements times 2 multiplied across to performance bonus. All right. Okay. Cool.
Coventry 2, Man City 1.
Here we go. Bets.
Bet max bonus. 2 for Bray, Walker, Davenport, Bothroyd, Howie, Wright. I'll take that, and Huckabee. Yeah, another couple extra for Wright there. That's not too bad. So an assist 2 bonus and another 2 bonus for Wright. That's okay.
I suspect that Larson might get man of the match in this one.
Yeah, I think so.
despite only being on the pitch for whatever it was. Here we go.
Leeds for us. I'm our man of the match.
Bloody
So,
hell.
wow. So, I'm our max bonus. So, not much bonus here. 2 for Bowyer, 2 for Larson. That is
Laughing.
it.
Right. Happy days, that is. So, that's a total of 6 points so far enhanced.
Nothing for Viduka. What a kicker. That is in a 4-1 win.
I know. It happens.
And Phillips scores a fucking hat trick. Honestly.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah, shit, isn't it? It happens.
Viduka might score hat trick.
Sunderland could get smashed by Leeds tomorrow and
yeah,
nothing, and you know
Viduka could still score hat trick tomorrow.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Good, honest bonus points, max bonus points from Peter Ratherton.
Yeah.
2 for Southgate, and that is it.
Nice.
What's that? A pair of 8s. That's probably it. Must be a pair of 8s, mustn't it? How are you going to get? How do only 2 people get a bonus?
Maybe they got 9s.
Pair of 9s. Yeah, pair of 9s could be. Yeah.
Be surprised if no one got an 8 for Liverpool having 1-2-1. So they probably got a pair of 9s. Let's have a look. No, Atherton got a 9. Southgate got an 8.
That's it.
Which means no one for Liverpool got more than a 7.
Jesus.
Shocking.
Atherton 9, Southgate 8. Yeah, the rest 7s. Man United 3, Arsenal 0. Max bonus to Nedved. 2 for Silvestre, Ehiog, Ruud, and York.
Nice.
That's not too bad from Man United, really. Ruud had an assist, 2 bonus. Still got a game to go.
Yeah, York come good there. So that's 10 points so far on my performance enhancement.
It's pretty good. That's a good result for Man United holds, really. They say Ruud's got an assist and 2 bonus with a game to go. Sylvester's got a clean sheet and 2 bonus with a game to go. You know, that's all right, isn't it? Obviously, York, you're laughing.
Yeah. Just need Veron to be the man of the moment tomorrow, I think. I think there's a few people thinking the same thing. And Ruud. Oh, days. Norwich 2, Newcastle 0. Shocking.
Kevin Nolan be on a lot of people's benches, I think, with an assist and max bonus. 2 for Taylor, Mackay, Moran, Emblin, Marchant, Ashington, and McVeigh. Nothing for Newcastle.
Shearer with a 6 yellow card. Shocking. 2 shots, none on target. Caught on a 5 before he got took off.
Yeah, it's the trouble with Newcastle. But that long ball tactic, they can throw in these absolute stinkers where it just doesn't work at all. Castro of York and Phillips. Good night.
Oh, nice. Okay, so 4-1, Phillips, max bonus, as you would expect. Grey Tome, Issa Sibon, Libra, and Breen with the
Libras, that's
2
okay.
points. That's nice. That's 14 points there for me.
Yeah, that's all right. Bit disappointed Arca got nothing, but yeah, Libra's okay there.
Yeah.
6 points for him, basically, isn't it? With PE.
Yeah, not bad at all. And another game to come.
Yeah, at least I persuaded David, who was on vice captain Desai, and I told him, don't be stupid. Phillips double game week.
Oh, yes, get in. All right, so 3 points for Gareth Barry, 2 for Balaban, 1 for Maybury, Davis, Alpine, Mills. So that's another cheeky little 1 point there.
Yeah.
For Simon Davis.
We've got left Watford and Bradford. No, I'll tell my kids I didn't play in this game. Yeah, me too. They're at home again. No, you never know. Maybe they like something like a 4-2 Leeds win wouldn't be a big surprise.
No.
So don't count Sunderland out tomorrow completely.
No, it could be a good game. Could be some goals in that. I mean, to be fair, Phillips could score another hat-trick as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
it could.
Literally anything could happen in that game.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, Watford 1, Bradford 3. So we've got 2 save points for Ahmadzidis, Arfexad, 3 for McMahon, 2 for Gunnarsson, 2 for Ward.
Gunnarsson, what a boy.
Yeah.
Keeps ticking away. That's it. So, yeah, a bit disappointing for Watford in the end, which, yeah, I definitely didn't expect Bradford. I know Watford are crap defensively, but I didn't think they'd score 3 away at Watford. But there you go.
Yeah.
Right, that's it then.
Yeah. So, yeah, just watch out for Team of the Week on, mind you, obviously, Team of the Week.
Team of the Week. Oh, no, we won't get Team of the Week.
No, we won't get it tomorrow. So,
yeah.
Same again tomorrow, 8:30 won't be a stream, but it'll all be on Twitter. So you'll have the 3 remaining games of the double game week. And like I said, you could double your points from where you're at now or more. I think a lot of people did last week, didn't they?
Oh, definitely. I went from literally about 45 points to 130 points last week from Thursday to Friday. So yeah, all to play for tomorrow. So look out for the tweets tomorrow night. Get involved in the tweets, get involved in the chat and Twitter and all that sort of stuff. And don't despair. Last week is you've only got a week to remember that you don't need to despair after this week if it's not gone well.
Yeah.
So yeah, all to play for again tomorrow.
Nice one, guys.
Yeah, cheers for everybody in the chat. Cheers, Ben.